thing is just crazy. It's the gun on the wagon in the back, and then the horses that are hitched and pulling it. The guys actually rode it. And that's what this mocked up over here.
Yeah, here's an illustration of it. And so then when we went by that before, it really didn't make sense. But now that we've read that, this all makes sense. That these are just wooden horses to show them pulling that big old cannon. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day to
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
We're out checking out Texas.
We're in San Angelo,
San Angelo.
Texas.
Yes, at Fort Concho.
Yeah, old. I didn't even know about this work until we saw it here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Built like in the 1800s.
1869 or something like that.
Yeah.
And abandoned in 1889.
Wasn't people here very long, but hey, let's go check it out. The bed accommodations don't look too comfortable there. Woo. So this museum really highlights the Buffalo soldiers who were moved here after the Civil War, and many African Americans served here after that time period. So this just is some information about them and how they served here. It was a short amount of time that they spent here. So this is some of the officers that served. Many of the African Americans made it through the ranks and some of the highest positions in the military. Great fashion sense here. A buffalo overcoat and a muskrat cap. Everyone wants one. This is an authentic teepee made from buffalo hide that they reconstructed. They built it, and then they said they took the brain and rubbed over it to seal it. The buffalo brain. Kind of unique, but it's just following that tradition of how the Native Americans made that. I'm gonna check out the inside. They were the original campers and nomads, right? I like the way they kept the walls the same. That were in what used to be the barracks for the soldiers, and they've made it into this museum, but the walls look really authentic. So you get a sense of that. Kind of just explains a little bit about how they got their name. That the Native Americans kind of named them buffalo soldiers because of their skin color and their appearance. So they just kind of, it was a way to kind of honor them, and because the buffalo was so sacred to them. This is more of the barracks building. So they had the gift shop and the museum in one of the barracks. And this is where they have some of the horse gear that they used. So it's kind of neat to see some authentic items in here. Got us a cannon up here. It's called a 3-inch ordnance rifle. It's an 1862 Gatling gun. That's pretty awesome. I've only seen them in the movies. It's pretty cool. And then over here we have the mountain howitzer. It's from 1841.
The thing is just crazy. It's the gun on the wagon in the back, and then the horses that are hitched and pulling it. The guys actually rode it.
And
that's what this mock up over here is.
Yeah, and here's an illustration of it. And so then when we went by that before, it really didn't make sense. But now that we've read that, this all makes sense. These are just wooden horses to show them pulling that big old cannon. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Here was the enlisted men's quarters in one of the barracks, and what it looked like back in the late 1800s. It's pretty cool. This is one of 2 offices inside the barracks. One of these was the first sergeant, and the other was a company office. This is the big parade field, and of course there's more buildings across the street. You're only limited to go in about, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 of these buildings. Many of them are used for storage, and others just don't have any. But you can see we walked from way down there at the visitor center. So it's pretty cool. Behind each of the barracks were these mess halls where the guys came to eat their meals.
This is the hospital. We're gonna go check it out. The latrine. Goodness, I'd hate to change that thing out. The hospital room. Got little makeshift covers over this one. Like a little bath. I don't know who's sitting in that thing. It's tiny.
I don't know what it is.
Right? It looks like some shady stuff over here. Right, we're gonna go check out the little elementary school. I don't know if it's elementary, it's just a little schoolhouse here. It's probably K-12, who knows, right? Let's go. It's a chapel and a schoolhouse. Let's go check it out. There's a sign, it's really hard to read, but it was built in 1878. Schoolhouse and a chapel.
It was designed originally for a new officer's quarters. Lacking enough funds to complete. Having completed basement and foundation, construction was redirected.
This is the headquarters over here. Can't go in it right now because they have to replace the decking. So they brought it and they're replacing that. That was the headquarters that we didn't get to go in. Just wanted to get a quick view of that. These are the officer quarters. And there's a row of them, and we're gonna get to go in a couple of them. They had a masonry come from Fredericksburg to build all the officer quarters. But when the people bought this whole property, this one was in too much disarray, so they just left it as ruins for us to kind of see the foundation and how the stonemaker worked when he built all of these barracks in the late 1870s. You can kind of see the breakdown of how he did all that. You go inside this one here, this officer's barracks. I made the officers' quarters here like a museum for telephones.
Museum of Telephone.
Telephony. It's like a switchboard operator. One ringy dingy dingy, two ringy dingy dingy. If you remember that from back in the day, you're old like me. Lots of phones though, it's pretty cool. Look, it's the Green Acre phone. Maybe the first telephone booth. The telephone used to be in there. It's hard to see in there because it's that weird glass. I remember when those rest things used to be on the phone. Those, yeah, I remember those. Oh, Lord of mercy world. Oh, wow. It's an adding machine? I think we had one of them yellow phones. Growing up. Yeah. I always wanted me a Mickey Mouse phone. Look at there. These were all hip in style. We never did get a push button growing up. We only had the dial. Oh no. So cool to see all the different phones. Oh, that one looks upside down, doesn't it? More phones. And then, just in case you wanted to see some more phones. I never knew there were so many different designs on the phone. Officers' quarters now. There's a really old piano. It's really hard to see though because the glass. Bedroom. And over here they have that same terrible bed because they didn't sleep in comfort either. The floors are really cool. They're all wooden floors. They're real creaky. The officers' dining area. Well, what'd you think?
That concludes our tour of what is Fort
Concho in San Angelo.
Pretty cool. A lot of the buildings closed off.
Yeah.
They don't let you actually walk through them. They got the little partitions that stop you from going in. But you get to see a lot of cool things. It was pretty neat.
A lot of the history of that time period. Yeah. I thought the little bonus of the little phone museum was kind of cute. That was kind of cute. I never knew there were so many stinking phones.
Lots of phones.
I thought that was a bonus. But we really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed seeing this little part of history of this little fort from the 1870s.
I think 1869, I think.
Yeah.
It opened. Yeah, 69, I think it was.
So, yeah, we really enjoyed it and had a good learning day.
Yeah, here in San Angelo, Texas, which I found out used to be called St. Angela.
Oh, so he's learning too, see? That's what we love to do. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you go out and find your adventure.